before I went to bed, I set my intent to just speak to the what was ailing me, and it was my intention to be well and to wake up with no pain. Period. Exclamation point. And that is exactly what I did Saturday morning. I woke up. I had been doing all the exercises and the breathing and all of this other stuff, and I was focused on my mindset with my intention for it to just be done. And when that light bulb went off on me, I'm on fire.
Hey, Rodge, thanks so much for coming to spend some time with me today.
Well, thank you for having me, Tracy. It's such a joy to finally meet you.
Well, you've met me before. I feel like we've been on a lot of the same calls. I feel like I know you.
Yeah, I actually whenever I resonate or I'm invited, I show up. I just, you know, do what I
Well,
can when I can.
you're a great contributor. I'll tell you that because I remember you. So that's saying something. So,
Yeah.
Rodge, listen, tell us a little bit about like how you were feeling prior to QHS. I'm excited to hear your story.
Well, prior to QHS, actually, I was with, I didn't have any issues that were noticeable. And in January, I do believe I sent you a message actually on a live call on LWS with Patricia and Amber or Amanda. And I had a really bad toothache, really bad. And I have dental issues, and I've just always dental has been my primary issues for, if I have to seek treatment or at the time. And I just absolutely had this one tooth that was just had to, it was an emergency, and I had to make an appointment to get it taken care of, and I couldn't be on that next call. And then when I went ahead and had my tooth taken care of, there wasn't any more calls, so I never came back. And it was, I never was a part of that. So that was in January.
No,
Well,
that was
I was,
that was at least like a year and a half ago.
yes, year and a
Okay.
half ago. That was January 22nd. Well, and I was involved in LWS and doing the training, doing everything that I could. And shout out to Ron. I love Ron Giles. I could listen to him all day long, and I've never had a question. Not yet. I'm thankful for that. Okay. I'm sure he is too. So, um, I made the appointment and I went for that emergency appointment. They actually told me that I was going to have a root canal done on it. And they scheduled it for May the 8th, which I have the documentation here. I went ahead and took notes because, I didn't know anything about QHS. I'm just going along, have a toothache, and all of a sudden I scheduled for this appointment, and June the 20th, I went to see and have this emergency taken care of so that I could, be able to function. Well, they told me that I had to have that root canal done. So they scheduled me for May the 3rd to go back for this root canal. Well, in the meantime, there was an invite sent out to QHS, and Ron respectfully invited the directors to get involved and get in the know with QHS. So I joined. It was just a good fit for my background. And it didn't take me but 2 seconds to do that. I did it within 15 minutes of his request. And so that was in April. Now, when I joined, I had been in the process of going to meetings, other meetings. I'm affiliated with other groups, and getting familiar with the equipment, Zoom. We have to learn. I learn something new every single day.
Good for you.
So I joined in April. I didn't do anything different. I didn't have a device. I had nothing except for my mindset already. And I just absolutely have been surrounded by sickness and illness my entire life. Everyone's sick. I don't feel well. And, I just do the best I can. So I've really, truly been a healthcare provider my entire life. My mom was really a hypochondriac. And, it's really a sad story. But, anyways, moving on, I joined in April and I started going to the meetings. And by May the 3rd, when I went to my appointment, the doctor says, "Hey, you don't need a root canal." I'm like, "Are you kidding me? I've had 5 root canals, Tracy. I know what one is. I've never been able to dodge one." And they don't do the root canal. He goes all the way in, does the procedures, numbs me. And the only thing that I did different between April, the last part of April, this was 6 weeks. 6 weeks time, I didn't have to do that root canal. And I knew in my heart that it was because I was benefiting from going to the meetings, not even having the device, and I was picking up the frequency. It was coming through the wave, and it was actually doing working its magic through Zoom.
Wow.
And so then when I got the black device, because I got the black device in July, 2 months later, and I'm native, so I'm on, their medical coverage program. Okay. Anyway, by the time I go to my next appointment, I'm only up for a cleaning. I have 15 fillings and a cleaning, and then I'm good. So that's amazing. And that was that was August 3rd, 3 months later. 3 months later. And so I would only had the device plus going to the meetings. And when I went back in, now I just have to do these fillings and get a cleaning, and I'm good. Now, this has never happened to me because I honestly, the only time that I've had a needle in me since I was in kindergarten, really, truly. Well, and I'm sorry, I'm lying. My TB test that I had to keep compliant for my position. We have to do them every year. Other than that, I haven't had any kind of shot other than a TB test done on me. And I have to sustain so many needles because of my teeth. I mean, I brush, I just have, it's the dentist. People have a funny thing about dentists, and I'm one of those people. I just, when I go for my regular cleaning every year, I always had to have a needle in my mouth to numb it so that I could just get my cleaning, because my teeth
Really?
my teeth would, it's just like one tooth would deteriorate before that next year, and I'd have to get it shot, and I'd have to get a filling, and so forth and such. So, and I moved around a lot. When I got my last dental work, I was in Nevada, and I was getting all of my teeth done. It was this big, huge, long process. So the dentist chipped the tooth that I had the problem, okay, with the drill. He was doing the one next to it. It accidentally hit it, and he says, and he was up on top of me. uh, I could see into his soul that moment, okay? And when I left there, after he chipped my tooth, everything else was good. So I let it go. And it wasn't until I met you, years later here, because I just let it go. I just did. I don't like going. But I know without a shadow of a doubt that just attending those meetings has really changed my life, period, in that department. Just simply, and I haven't
Wow.
done anything more, anything less. And so, but I have that mindset. I believe I want to be healed. I don't want to be sick. I don't want to wake up and fight and argue with everyone. I want to wake up out of bed, jump up, be excited, go to my vision board and get busy, focus on my first hire, focus on stuff that I'm supposed to be doing, and don't worry about all the other things going on in my life. I don't watch the news. I don't watch movies. I don't enjoy anything. All I want to do is just be the best me that I can be. And that is why I joined QHS. Now, I have things that I have to still address, and I am addressing. I am improving. I'm getting better every single day. But I set my intention. And recently, I received my white device in October. So when I started using them both, and 2 weeks ago, I was in the Wow Can Breathe with Julie, trying to remove my trauma. Whatever I got, it's got to go. It all has to go, you know? And I pulled a muscle in my back. So
Ugh.
I didn't speak it. I didn't acknowledge it like, oh, I'm not sick. I'm good. I'm going to be all right. But I noticed when I would get on the calls, my shoulder would just hurt. It would hurt. I'd put the wave on it or whatever. So this last Friday, before I went to bed, I set my intent to just speak to what was ailing me. And it was my intention to be well and to wake up with no pain, period, exclamation point. And that is exactly what I did Saturday morning. I woke up. I had been doing all the exercises and the breathing and all of this other stuff, and I wasn't focused on my mindset with my intention for it to just be done. And when that light bulb went off on me, I'm on fire. I'm on fire. And I really am one of those individuals that I let people have their limitations.
Mm.
If that's what you think, that's fine.
I
But I
love it.
disagree.
Argue for your limitations, you get to keep them.
That's right. And I'm one of those people that I truly believe that the universe has my back. I believe that. I've had miraculous things happen in my life. I've had my bills paid off. I've had stuff done and I don't even know, you know. I would do a follow-up trying to find out and they just said somebody privately took care of it. So
Wow.
I've always known that someone out there loves me and really wants me to do good, to be good, and to really be the best version of myself that I can possibly be. I still have a lot more work to do. I don't think I'm perfect, but I treat everyone the same. Everyone. Everyone gets the same me. Now, I would rather make you smile than make you cry. And so I just focus on myself every day, do the best I can every day, and that's really, at the end of the day, all I can do and what's required of me. And
Very true.
and help out as much as I possibly can those, because if I hear it, then that's my assignment. I need to do it. I might not know someone, but if I have a suggestion, I'll just quietly make it and move on to the next. I don't worry whether they're going to reach out or whether they're going to acknowledge me, or, I just don't beat myself up like that. I just don't.
Hmm.
I'm pretty
Fantasy.
balanced. And, and I'm really enjoying. My daughter was diagnosed at 2 years old. She had food allergies, and she was, really congested. They wanted to put tubes in her ears, um, and all this. And I'm just, no, no. I signed the waivers she didn't get the vaccines. And so that's when we started with the homeopathic doctor. We went there. And I actually called him a quack to his face, because he'd cost me like $7,000, because insurance does not cover homeopathic care, but
Right.
it will over in the medical industry. That's a requirement to get plugged into Big Farm,
Hmm.
right?
Oh, yeah.
So, we always have done alternate. But I had this love-hate relationship with the process in the beginning. When I realized I had to get rid of the things that I had to eliminate 25 years ago, I eliminated them for my family. I ate the food. But I personally, with my own lifestyle, I didn't change that. I held on to it like, I'm not changing that. I'm not going to do it. I already have to eat carrots. What else, I ain't giving up at all. I'm not giving up my 2 liters of Dr. Pepper a day. I don't care if I'm 215 pounds, right? So, anyways, I actually haven't had any kind of carbonated, you know, Dr. Pepper since I've been using the QTWave. Okay. And I actually didn't come to I wanted to actually, I made some notes here, because I actually am involved in, I would like to let you know what I am involved in, the programs, that QHS has offered to me as a member, and that I took them up on that, offer for my benefit.
Good.
Okay, so I'm in the QHS. I'm in the main membership program, right? And the second one is the QHS Bioscan project. That one for sure is concrete and what everyone needs to hold in their hands, to go, wow, Rodge was this, but now she's here, and show an improvement, which I set my intent to improve. Okay. And then the QHS Vibe Tribe project, I do that too, because when I started going and I didn't have my device, when you have more eyes on others, people make notices. They can share that feedback about someone else, even if they don't see or have a device for themselves. They can still share that with the moderators, and they can give that feedback. This is a proof of concept study, and we need all eyes on deck to, make this really truly speed up the process.
And there's an energy exchange during those Vibe Tribe calls. I mean, I can feel it.
Oh, I I'll tell you a funny story at the end, because I really don't want to leave out Miss Julie. Okay, love her. Well, I'm involved with the Year Waves of Wellness project. Okay, the Thursday call, 1 o'clock. I battled coming and starting that on day one. I'm like, oh, I'm revisiting my limited beliefs and I don't want to go and learn about nutrition. Are you kidding me? Here we go. So it came 25 years full circle. So what I did is I set my intention this time to do it for me. Everyone else is going to benefit, but my heart really needed to be in the project, just simply like the oil. Now, I eliminated canola oil 25 years ago. Today, just actually when Dr. Gloria, thank you, Dr. Gloria, her research on the smoke degree of the oil, right away, I knew I had to change my oil. I was contaminating my family with toxins, just cooking them a fried egg on a medium heat. That breaks my heart, and the struggle and the battle, because whoever is in the kitchen does the shopping, does the meal prep, does the cooking. So actually, they're actually presenting me all of these choices down the oil aisle.
So just let me interrupt you for a second. If you were cooking on medium heat with olive oil, you are not doing anything. The smoke point for olive oil is higher than medium.
Well, I wasn't going to take the chance.
Okay, well, I just don't want you to beat yourself up. If you don't want to cook high with olive oil, that's why I
No.
use avocado oil when
Yeah.
I do high. But medium heat cooking an egg, you're probably fine.
Well, I just thought I could do better. So I switched over right away to avocado. And
Good.
I
Avocado's
actually
great.
love it, love it, love it. I made something the other day. It was salmon patties, and I really liked them. That just was a better flavor. So, I appreciate the information that I've got in your program. And I also am a participant with the QHS Wow Can Breathe with you and Julie. To reduce the trauma. It's actually exercise. It's been good. Other than my back, but for my spirit, I love the technique. It's a lot, it's kind of tribal, and it's the only time and I'm trying to get in touch with my tribal roots, and I really resonate with that experience because it really is releasing the traumas that I need in a way that we really should be releasing it.
Yeah,
Truly.
that's great. I love it. I'm so bummed I
Right.
missed last week,
Mm,
but I'll be back this week. I think it's so Julie's gifted. It's pretty
she
cool.
is. She is. She's deadly. Deadly sweet. Um, and I'm also a member, and I go to I'm a key companion for the Key Project, the QHS Key Project. And the seventh, the can't, I'd like to speak about the Key Project. What I like, what I've found, because I've been there since day one. I really like the project because things aren't like as pressed as they are with the Vibe Tribe or with another program. They're pretty, you go to the meeting, you get your instructions, here you are. The Key Project is different. The Key Project, actually, all of the things that we are doing to working together, trying to get into that sync, and to find that right energy. Okay. All of the issues or don't knows, who knows, whatever. If you live from your heart space, I'm a nice person. I'm going to just go with it. I'm going to be great. I take care of my mother-in-law 24/7, and there's been times when I'm on call, my mother-in-law just come in, and she's coming in more because she's attracted, I believe, to the frequency. It's so
Mm,
powerful now. You all have the home units. You get 100 people on here. We're getting some serious therapy, is what I feel. That's what I'm feeling. That's my take. And so she came in here wearing a little shirt with no pants. I mean, you can't just you just have to go with that. I was speaking and Cynthia was in the call, and my mother-in-law came up behind me. She's just talking away, and and that's the first time I ever even spoke, had an interview, opened my zipper, anything. And here's my mother-in-law, giving me a hug and all that. And then I take care of her, and then I go back to what I'm saying. I mean, what can you do?
yeah.
These are life experiences, and it's how we react that actually is going to make the most difference. So if we just all do everything with our earnest intentions, we're going to be fine. We're going to be all right. It adds that recipe everyone's looking for, the recipe. I have a different recipe than everyone else has.
True.
I speak with my hands. I have to sit on my hands. I might not be able to sit still. There's lots of things that, I can do better, and I try. And I try really to just give everyone the benefit of the doubt and just be as nice as I possibly can, because I don't know what they're going through. And no one knows what I'm going through. I
Mm,
it breaks my heart when I go to meetings if I don't have good energy and love, and I don't feel positive, or something's happened. I I like to protect the energy. I'm not going to bring my energy. I'm not going to come and and tank your day with all of my limitations. That's you know missing the whole exercise. It really is missing the whole
Well,
exercise.
we appreciate your participation, and that's why I said I feel like I know you because I've seen you on so many different calls, and it feels like you're always sharing, which we need, and we love having the members participate like you do, Raj. So from the team, thank you for being you and for joining us
Thank you.
and appreciating what we offer, because I think a lot of people aren't even aware of
No.
all that come with a QHS membership.
Well, I thought that I wanted to do this interview, and I wanted to focus about the projects because these are real, true projects. These projects are going to change us, which in turn is going to change mankind.
Yeah,
That's
that's
how it works. And well, I went over the edge and I joined the QHR replicator project. And I'm involved actively with 7 of the QHS programs and projects, giving feedback, doing the best I can, because the more people that get involved and actually pick something simple. And Miss Julie, see, when I first arrived, I was invited. It was a Wednesday, the Q&A, or no, it was the volunteer call. And I'm like, well, I want to be a volunteer. I already know that you need to volunteer. It helps you to be able, if a position opens up, you'll be the first one because you've got all the training. You were there. You're familiar. You can pinch hit, whatever you need to do, right? So that's my thinking. And so I showed up. Well, my system didn't want to cooperate. I couldn't show Cynthia my face, right? Everyone's got to show your face. I tried 100 times. So I'm just sitting there and I see this one admin smiling. I know it irritated. I know it. I couldn't show my face. The next day, the computer got fired and I had to buy a brand new system just to participate on the Q&A on Friday. So I just worked frantically. I was going to be on that call if I had to get a new system to be there so that I could meet the requirements was to show my face, because I have no intentions of hiding behind a picture or a photo. I probably need to. I really do. But I can back up what I say, you know,
Well,
in
you're
every
awesome.
way. So
Thank you. I appreciate you so much. The fact that you're wanting to be even more involved and that you already are. And just know that this is our year, man. Everything's just going to come into fruition and we have big, big plans. So thank you for being a part of that.
well, thank you for, thank you for being who you are, Tracy. It's not easy. I mean, you jumped in there, you you offered your skills, and the sky's the limit. The sky's the limit. And pretty
Yeah.
soon you'll have, we'll have a whole bunch of little junior Tracys running around, smiling, and we'll be helping. See, we're helping bridge the gap from the boomer generation. And we're helping set the pace for the up and coming. They're going
That's
to be
right.
looking to us. They're going to be, and so I get the big picture. And I just hope that, when the day comes, I'm ready. I do believe, I feel in my heart that I'm doing everything that I can every day to make that happen. So I appreciate everything in the offer and this interview. And I'll watch all the videos now. So
All right. All right, my friend. Well, it was good to see you and I look forward to next time. Have a
thank you
beautiful
so much.
day.
You too. Much love. Thank
Love
you.
you back. Mwah. Bye for now.
Bye.
Thank you for making this QHS project fly. This valorous admin team, thank you. The Key community welcomes you. Thank you for making your home QHS healthy and happy. Thank you for helping us place QH centers all around the world. Together, hand in hand, we make miracles happen. quantumhealingsystems.org. Thank you.